Hello, and welcome back to our podcast, everyone. For those of you who just started listening to me, or those who forgot my name for any reason, I am Mario, and this is Modern Delusion, a place to have fun, cry, think, and get angry all at the same time. So today I was thinking, right, about the episode we released a couple days ago, and I was obsessed with the idea of understanding what is behind all the posts, the reels, and the TikToks that ended up on my homepage in any social media like Facebook or Instagram. I am sure that there has been AI somewhere in this process. All has AI nowadays, right? So since I need more views and I need also more money to keep up with this podcast, let's talk about politics. It is a hot topic now and always. So the best we can do now is discuss the role of AI in shaping political content on social media. Since I always try to give you the best and most accurate information possible, I am glad to present our new guest today, Dylan Joseph, a system analyst with deep insights about all social media platforms' methods to engage ourselves in their applications. So Dylan, great to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Mario. I'm excited to discuss this important issue with your listeners.
Yeah, so let's begin with the discussion. In our modern society, we all know that AI has become an expert at understanding our preferences. That is why we always see content that fits our preferences on any social media. And it is not a coincidence, right, that we see on our feed page on TikTok, for example, the jokes we like and the content that some friends would like to know, so we feel the need to share with them. And especially that political content that triggers us or the one that we totally agree with. So Dylan, the first question is, what are the implications of this type of personalized content, especially when it comes to political discussion?
Absolutely, Mario. You just mentioned the purpose of AI in social media. So imagine scrolling through your social media feed and you start noticing that your content seems to perfectly align with your beliefs and interests.
Yeah.
That's the power of AI at work. These algorithms analyze your past behavior, interactions, and preferences to curate a personalized feed tailored just for you. However, this tailored experience has a downside. It can create what we call filter bubbles or echo chambers, where users are only exposed to information that reaffirms their existing beliefs.
Yeah.
For example, if you're a staunch supporter of a particular political party, AI might prioritize content from sources that align with the party's ideology, leading to a one-sided view of political discourse.
Yeah, that's very interesting indeed, and scary sometimes. So there has been like an enormous advance on AI technology in the past few years. We all know about ChatGPT, the text-to-image AI, and I still don't understand how we reached this point where AI plays such a significant role, especially in social media content. Like, is it just because it's easier to make an AI to develop all the work that the social media workers do, or how does that work?
Yeah, great question. So the rise of AI in social media can be traced back to the early 2000s when platforms like Facebook and Twitter began implementing algorithms to enhance user experiences. These algorithms evolved over time, becoming increasingly sophisticated in their ability to analyze vast amounts of user data and deliver personalized content. However, it wasn't until the advent of machine learning and deep learning techniques that AI truly revolutionized the way content is curated and presented on social media platforms. Unfortunately, events like Facebook Cambridge Analytica scandal have highlighted concerns about user privacy and ethical practices.
Well, yeah, I remember listening a lot about algorithms and how they were used on YouTube, for example, 6-7 years ago to ban a lot of videos because of copyright. But sometimes the algorithm didn't work properly, and even it bans videos created by an author using its own content from past videos.
Yeah.
So basically the technology wasn't that developed in those years, but I want to address something that you mentioned before, the Facebook Cambridge scandal. So can you explain to us a little about it? What is it?
Yeah, certainly. So the Facebook Cambridge Analytical scandal unfolded in 2018 and sent shockwaves through the tech industry. It was revealed that Cambridge Analytica, a political consulting firm, had improperly harvested the personal data of over 87 million Facebook users without their consent. So this data was used to create targeted political advertising during the 2016 U.S. presidential election campaign.
Wow, that's a huge number of users affected. And how does this misuse of data impact on the public's perception of AI?
Yeah, so the scandal raised serious concerns about privacy, data protection, and the ethical use of AI algorithms in shaping political discourse on social media. It highlighted the potential for misuse and exploitation of user data by big tech companies and underscored the need for greater transparency and accountability in the use of AI algorithms.
Yeah, obviously. So you think the scandal leads to any changes apart from like the concerns that people have in regulations or a change in policies regarding the use of AI?
Certainly, yeah, Mario. In the wake of the scandal, there were calls for increased regulation and oversight to ensure greater transparency and accountability in the use of AI algorithms. Tech companies face scrutiny from lawmakers and regulators, leading to reforms aimed at protecting user data and mitigating the risk of misuse.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for explaining that, Dylan. It's clear that all those events like the Facebook scandal have a huge impact on the development and regulation of AI in social media. So let's get back a little to what I mentioned before, the algorithms. I certainly knew the capabilities of algorithms, like I said, to perform tasks, but I don't know how does they differ from AI. Like, are they the same thing, or how does they work in providing content to a user, for example?
Yeah, great question. So, unlike algorithms, AI can adapt its outputs based on new inputs. It can create algorithms based on new data and even generate personalized content like text and visuals tailored to individual user preferences.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's very impressive, right? But also makes me think on a lot of concerns. They all obviously they both needs programming skills and overall human intervention to be created. But from what you said, I can tell that AI does not need anything but just new inputs throughout its life to keep increasing its knowledge and efficiency. So a user that uses social media, for example, as a daily basis, is perfect for an AI that needs constant feedback to work better every day. So can you provide an example of how AI influences the content we see on social media?
Yeah, certainly. So let's say you're interested in environmental issues and frequently engage with content related to climate change on social media. AI algorithms will take note of this behavior and prioritize similar content in your feed. Over time, you may find that the majority of the content you see revolves around environmental activism, further reinforcing your interest in the topic. While this personalized experience can be beneficial in many ways, it also runs the risk of isolating users within their own ideological bubbles,
of course.
limiting exposure to diverse perspectives.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking about. Like, there is a lot of risk involved in isolation, and especially when it comes to political aspects, right?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the biggest concerns is the phenomenon known as confirmation bias. This occurs when individuals seek out and trust information that confirms their pre-existing beliefs, while dismissing or ignoring contradictory evidence. In the context of social media, AI algorithms amplify confirmation bias by prioritizing content that aligns with user preferences, further entrenching them in their ideological bubbles. This can lead to polarization and division with online communities as users become less willing to engage with opposing viewpoints.
Yeah, exactly. That's a significant challenge to address. So, can you think on any other drawbacks that you want to talk about?
Yeah. Another concern is the lack of transparency surrounding how these algorithms operate. Users often have limited visibility into why certain content is shown to them or how their data is being utilized. This lack of transparency erodes trust and raises questions about the ethical implications of AI-driven content curation. Additionally, there's the risk of algorithmic bias, where AI systems inadvertently perpetuate stereotypes or discriminate against people or certain groups based on factors like race, gender, or political affiliation.
Yeah, of course. It's very interesting what you said, but at the same time it's frightening.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I know you're here as part of sharing information to this community, but I always ask our guests to get into the mud and say what they think openly. So what's your take on this, Dylan?
Yeah, personally, I believe social media platforms have a responsibility to prioritize truth and accuracy over user engagement.
Mm-hmm.
This may require greater regulatory oversight to ensure transparency and accountability in the use of AI algorithms.
Mm-hmm.
Also, without proper regulation, there's a risk that these platforms will prioritize profits over the societal impact of their content recommendation systems.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. The regulation is crucial to address the ethical and societal implications of AI content. So now let's answer to some of the questions that were asked by our listeners. So the first question comes from the user Shaquille Oatmeal. How can AI be governed or regulated, Dylan?
Thanks for the question, Shaquille Oatmeal. So regulation should focus on promoting transparency, accountability, and fairness in the development and deployment of AI systems.
Yeah.
This includes measures to ensure data, privacy, mitigate algorithmic bias, and provide mechanisms for user control and oversight.
Mm-hmm.
It's essential that regulatory frameworks keep pace with advancements in AI technology to address emerging challenges effectively.
Yeah, that's right. So the next question is from All Good Names Are Gone. Is AI safe and reliable as advertised?
So while AI has tremendous potential to improve our lives, it's not without risks.
Yeah.
We must remain vigilant in addressing issues like algorithmic bias, privacy concerns, and the potential for misuse or manipulation of AI systems.
Mm-hmm.
Safeguarding against these risks requires ongoing research, collaboration between industry and regulators, and a constant commitment to ethical principles in development and deployment of AI technologies.
Yeah, you're right. So finally, a question made by Chicken Rice and Beans. Could AI lead to a society where human effort becomes obsolete?
Well, I'm feeling hungry now after that username. It's a valid concern, and while AI has the potential to automate many tasks and streamline processes, human oversight and intervention are still essential to ensure ethical outcomes and mitigate the risks associated with AI-driven decision-making.
Yeah.
Rather than rendering human effort obsolete, AI should complement human capabilities, freeing up time for more creative and strategic pursuits while also ensuring that ethical considerations remain at the forefront of technological advancement.
Well, that's all we have for today. Thank you so much, Dylan, for sharing your insights on this very complex and important topic.
It was my pleasure, Mario. Thanks for having me.
Of course, so to our all listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to stay informed and engaged, and we'll catch you on the next time on our podcast. Goodbye.